I just heard a quote that's so good I had to pause my podcast and come on here to re-quote it. He said, "We should be trying to make every moment of our lives like the best moment from each date that we went on as a relationship." And that's such an interesting thing. Because you can always strive for something to be the best and argue about the smallest of things, but if as long as it's in the pursuit to make the best times more prevalent and the best times the best, every small argument's worth it. The quote was from Jordan Peterson on his podcast he did about a year and a half ago, Modern Wisdom, with Chris Williamson. But it's such an interesting thing. The 1,000 microfights are worth it if it's in the pursuit to make the best moments as good as the best moments from your dates. So if you're in a relationship and you're going through constant struggles or constant fights, if they're in the pursuit of making the relationship better, it's worth it. But if they're not, it ain't worth it. Relationships are so interesting because your perception of a relationship comes from your parents and the relationships you grow up with, or in my case, my two sets of parents and the relationships I grew up with. And it's hard to really understand how to mold and mesh when you're in a relationship, and different attachment styles and all kind of crazy things come up in a relationship. But at the end of the day, it's about finding someone you love, cherish, enjoy being around, and want to spend the rest of your life with. But also that within the confines of each other, you make each other better people. And you can engage in intelligent conversations that question your beliefs and your futures and what you want in life. So, I don't know. This quote just stuck with me. And I'll pause my podcast and I'm going to be thinking about it for an hour. Because what the hell? I think it's such an interesting dynamic. Relationships are the thing most people desire most. This guy in front of me is on his phone and driving in the median right now. But I feel like, at least in my life, a relationship is what I've always desired a ton, which is kind of stupid, I think, but I desire that genuine relationship. I don't know. I don't want to say jealous, maybe envious isn't the right word either, but of people who are in lasting, empowering, emotionally intelligent relationships where they can develop with each other. So, that quote kind of stuck with me. Sorry, someone called me, so I cut my video off. But try and find relationships that push you to be better versions of yourself and better versions of each other. And that the little fights are worth fighting because the whole is better than some of the parts. So, some fights are worth having to mend a more strong, resounding, resistant relationship. Not resistant, but resounding